Hello, good morning everyone. I'm in Gallup, New Mexico. It's Saturday, October 24th, 2020. I stayed here last night at Comfort Suites. I've been here before. This must be my fourth time staying here. Two out of the four times, though, the elevator wasn't working, so that wasn't too good. But this time it was working. It's chilly, and last night, usually I do a room review and everything else, but by the time I got in, I was supposed to, I scheduled myself to be in around 8 o'clock last night. I didn't get in until 10 o'clock, and that's because of they had a broken down truck on Highway 40. They shut down. They wanted everyone to get off at the road 191 North to take a detour, but luckily that opened back up. So traffic was backed up 6 miles to that point. Truck drivers were actually pulling over because they're on the clock. And what they do is they'll pull over to the side of the road and they'll just shut down, and that counts as their rest period. They just give up and they'll wait until there's no traffic. Now also they had lane closure for construction work both in Arizona and in New Mexico, right near the border. And the funny thing is, they had the lane shut down and there was no construction crews there at all. So I sat in traffic for nothing for that. What can you do? That's part of traveling by car or motorcycle. You get stuck in these things. Last night the temperature really dropped. When it did open up, my legs were cold. Now we're up in a higher elevation here. We're about 6,000 feet above sea level in Gallup. Gallup has one of the largest Native American populations around of any city, and they put on shows here. I've been here when they had a show of the native dancing, so it's something to see. Now also here in Gallup they have a major rail yard, and the train, now I've already been here for a few minutes. 2 trains went along the track here, 2 freight trains. And this is if you stay here, you'll see trains here all day long crisscrossing. It's west to east, how they go. And it's a beautiful landscaping here. And if you're traveling on Highway 40, I recommend Comfort Suites. And I recommend taking in something. It is a historic area. I guess every place has a history to it. I'm gonna try to make it to Big Spring, Texas, and that is about a little over 540 miles. So I'm gonna try to do that and see what happens. If I can't make it, I'll stop someplace else. But anyway, join me along. I don't know if the battery will hold out on this. I've been changing batteries, but it's hard when you're on the motorcycle. Anyway, follow along. At least take a look at the scenery and everything. People are out and about. They're tired of being cooped up inside their houses. Join me. I got gas in Gallup before I left. I'm back on Interstate 40, proceeding eastbound, and it's a good time of day. I started off early because I didn't want to get caught up in anything going this way. Now you can see that they shut down the right-hand lane of Interstate 40, but all the way going there was no construction whatsoever going on at this time of day. There were no trucks set up with any people in it, and this is the problem we have in the United States with them shutting down the roads and causing traffic jams. Now here I am, and it opened back up. Now up ahead during this journey, I am so lucky I wasn't proceeding westbound. There was a major accident, and there must have been a fatality because of the number of New Mexico state troopers that were there for this journey. And I feel sorry for the truck driver that may have lost his life on this part of my journey, because they do have a hard job to do, and I do feel sorry for them. I break up these videos into segments, and this one is broken up. The main part of my journey is from Gallup to San Antonio, but for this portion of the video, it's from Gallup to Albuquerque. I do this so that the videos aren't that long. And it's a beautiful day, as you can see. Very good conditions for riding. Now on the way to Albuquerque, they do have some things to see, but I'm not stopping off because I already did them with my family. And one of the things is, just west of Albuquerque, there is a national park, and that national park has to do with petroglyphs. The petroglyph is a drawing that was made over 1,000 years ago, and what they used to do is rub on the rocks with another rock and drew pictures of either people or animals that were present. Now another thing you may want to do is just north of Albuquerque is Santa Fe, where they have a big artist community there, and they have many places to see, many art galleries and everything that are privately owned. These aren't museums. Now I'm coming up west of Albuquerque here, off in the distance by that mountain that you see up ahead. That's where Albuquerque is. So I'm getting very close. Now one thing you do have to be careful of in New Mexico is that they do have very, very poor drivers. And one of the things in New Mexico, they have high drug usage. And if you go up to Santa Fe, you'll see there's a lot of drug addicts on the street up there. You have to be careful up there. But I've been at lights that were totally green facing me, and people just blow through the red lights. You have to be extremely careful when you're on the street around New Mexico. It's a big problem here. Now coming up is the exchange, and you can see that the traffic is starting to pick up, and we're getting very close now. It's a nice day for the ride, and my next segment after this is between Albuquerque and Roswell. I'll be going all the way down to Roswell, New Mexico, and I've done a video on that. If you care to search my channel, I do a video of Roswell and the Alien Museum and things like that. So you may want to catch that. And the roadways here are very good. It gets a little bit congested though because of the highways. This is a major highway interchange here for north and southbound from Albuquerque.